Okay, so we're out at the house. It's February 27th, 2017. Today's the day that we're going to close on Mom and Dad's house, and I wanted to shoot a quick video of some memories. So hopefully I'll be able to get through this okay. And if I pause for a minute or stumble a little bit, please bear with me. It is a bittersweet day. We are very blessed and very glad that the house is going to a new young family that is pregnant with their third child. But it's tough, to leave behind these memories at the same time. So I'm upstairs, so we'll get started here. This was primarily Luann and Tammy's bedroom. And if I remember right, there was one bed over here and then one bed along the back over there. After Luann and Tammy were gone, I did move over to this bedroom because it is a little bit bigger. A couple of my favorite memories from this room is when Luann and Tammy were in high school. I used to like to crawl from my bedroom down the hallway in the dark and over here under the bed and listen to them talk at night. And they I don't think they ever caught me doing that, but I do remember that. Once I moved into this room, this corner over here was where I had my guitar and stuff set up. I used to play guitar, and these walls were full of pictures of all my rock heroes and whatnot. So I spent a lot of time jamming on the guitar in here, and it was pretty cool. My bedroom, and this ended up being a room that the grandkids, Briar, Morgan, Braden, Megan, Kevin, everyone all spent a lot of time in. But this was my little bedroom growing up, and had these little shelves over here full of knickknacks and pictures and things. And you can see the infamous hole in the floor that looks down into the kitchen. And lots of kids over lots of years, whether it was Luann and Tammy and I, or the grandkids or the cousins or whatever, we had a lot of fun playing games between upstairs and downstairs with that hole in the floor there. This was Mom and Dad's bathroom, or is Mom and Dad's bathroom and bedroom. One of my best memories from Mom and Dad's bedroom was when it was storming at night, or if I had a bad dream or something, I would come in when I was little and want to crawl in bed with Mom and Dad, and that wasn't allowed, but Mom would let me lay on the floor and sleep next to their bed, and for me that was good enough. So it was pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna move downstairs. These old stairs, this wall over here was always had pictures of Luann and Tammy and I and our husbands and wives and stuff, and that was always pretty cool. But these stairs always had every house has their familiar sound, but you could always hear Mom or Dad when they came up and down the stairs, and kind of knew what that sounded like. Downstairs bathroom. This looks a little different than it did when we were growing up here. Mom had this new vanity put in and toilet, and this new handicap accessible shower for Dad. They also had this work done where they were able to move the laundry up to this top floor up here. So that was pretty cool, but definitely much different than when we were kids and the laundry was downstairs. I suppose if I was going to say memory that I had of the bathroom was lots and lots of times over the years being sick with the flu, and Mom rubbing our head with a cool washcloth, and just taking care of us. She was best mom you could ask for. We're in the living room here, and there's a walker that Dad should have. Hey, Dad, could you get your walker for me, please? Make sure you keep that with you. Okay, sorry about that. Had to get Dad reeled in. He took off without his walker, and you know that's never any good. He's out on the porch just having a look around and enjoying some sun. The living room. What an amazing room this was for our family. For most of our entire lives, the baby grand piano sat over in this corner. All of us took piano lessons. Gosh, we just, from us kids to the grandkids to everyone, we played a lot of music on that piano, and Mom loved having music in her house. Christmases, birthdays, graduation parties, you name it. This room saw it all, and it was always kind of cool to have the big picture window looking out back to the backyard. Thankful to be able to do this video because I don't ever want to forget what this looks like looking out into the yard. At one time growing up, this was the only front door. There used to be a picture window here, and Luann saw fit to break that out with a hammer when she was little. If you want to know the story behind that, you can certainly ask her, but she threw a hammer through the picture window there. This dining room, again, was another place that saw a lot. Again, birthdays, Easter dinners, Thanksgiving dinners, anniversaries, a lot of love. Going into the kitchen, when we were kids growing up, where this white beam is here used to be a wall, and this was actually two separate rooms. And this side that we're on over here was the kitchen. It was pretty small. And then there was a separate room over there that was like a playroom and sewing room. And then I remember how happy Mom was when we knocked that wall out and made this nice big kitchen for her. She loved her kitchen. Her roll top desk sat over here in this corner, and that is at my house now, at the farm. Mom made a heck of a lot of food on that stove, and I think we'd all be quick to tell you that Mom wasn't much of a gourmet chef, but she cooked a heck of a lot of good meals for us. This door was also new too. This was not here when we were growing up. This is something that Mom and Dad were working on for the last year or so. Then we've got the stairs down to the basement. This over here used to be a door out onto the porch, which is now that back part of the bathroom. We always had a freezer out there, and it was kind of a mud room where you could come in from the yard. And of course, these stairs definitely had their own sound too. You can probably hear that. They definitely had their own unique squeak. Coming around the corner, we've got what used to be the laundry room. When us kids were all here. Now it's just water softener and expansion tank and a hot water heater and stuff. But this is where we did all the laundry when we were kids, and over here there was always a laundry tub over there, and when Dad and I were working out in the garage, that's where we came in and washed our hands before we came upstairs. We were pretty grubby a lot. Over here we've got the family room, and some of you will know this as Mom's stamp room from the later years, but for us kids, this was the family room. This was where our TV was. Be careful, Dad. Yeah. This is where our TV was, and this is where the wood stove was, over where that fancy heater is now. That was a wood stove, and in this corner was a wood box. And kind of I guess it's a funny memory. I remember getting caught when I was little, very little, peeing in the wood box because I didn't want to take the time to go upstairs to the bathroom. And Mom caught me peeing in the wood box, and I got kind of in a lot of trouble for that. But the old chalkboard's pretty famous. You can see Hi Grandma on there, and it was from Morgan, of course, because you can see the Louisville Cardinals symbol on there. And I believe it was probably Morgan also that wrote on the chalkboard here, May 9th, 2016, which is, of course, the day that Mom passed away. And John 14, 1 through 4. Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe as in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would not have told you that. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again, and I will take you myself, that where I am, you may be also, and you know the way to where I am going. The old furnace. There's Mom's computer desk. She did a lot of work down here in her stamping business. I think it was 17 years she had her stamping business, and it was, you know, her thing that was really her own. She built it, she cared for it, nurtured it, and then the rest of the space was Dad's workbench area. And boy, we tinkered on a lot of things down here, did a lot of work down here in the basement. So that's your tour of the house in all of its rooms, and I will do another video from outside.